Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Gaming While Vaping here with another video on the beginner's guide to leveling in DDO for free-to-play players. Everything I'm going to be doing in these videos is just going to be exactly what you get as a free-to-play player that doesn't have any of the paid content, is not a VIP, or has not unlocked anything through the favor. Because you can unlock a lot of things with favor, which is something we will discuss more in future videos once we get there. So just kind of do a recap. We already did the walkthrough character creation. We did the tutorial for the tutorial is, I guess, what you can call it. And we did the first two quests. So we're going to be doing... I'm probably going to do this as two dungeons in one because one of the dungeons is very short. So we'll kind of go through that and that'll finish up the Korthos village area. And then the next episode, we'll start moving into the explorable region. So let's go ahead and get started here. And then one thing I wanted to kind of go over again, when you do your daily dice, I accidentally did this off camera, so I apologize for that. But I got two things. So when I rolled it pretty high, let me pull up the daily dice here. Sorry, brain farting there. So once a week, you'll get a free silver roll here. And I actually got I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was in this 97.99 range. So I did get a 1000 experience point gem, and then I did get this +1 tome of skill, spot +1. What I recommend doing is saving these 1000 experience points gems and putting them in your bank. The reason I recommend doing that is because you can when we do get to reincarnation, if you choose to do so, you can actually use these after you reincarnate to basically jump to like level 2, 3, and I think I've even gotten to level 4 before if I've gotten lucky on enough rolls. So that's just one recommendation for me. That's up to you. You can use them now if you like, but for the videos, I'm not going to use them because I don't want to jump up an experience past where you guys may be. But for these tomes, you can use those anytime you want. A spot +1 is not going to make a big difference for anything in the video. So I'll probably just go ahead and use it. Now, tomes do, if you get a tome of +1, you can use those right away. And they continue through reincarnation as well. And so they'll always stick with your character. But let's go ahead and do this. So for this next quest, we are going to come over here to the hireling vendor, and we are just going to grab the barbarian. Just double click on him and then click buy. Because by now, if you've picked up all your money from the breakables, you should have plenty of money to purchase him. As you can see, we're already at about 200-ish, 250-ish platinum. So yeah, we have plenty of money for buying hirelings at the moment. So we're going to come in here and talk to Baldar the Bold. Say what happened and tell him I think it's time to start. And then he's going to want you to come over here to the Korthos Hall. We're going to enter it at normal. We're going to go ahead and open up our inventory and double click on our hireling. All right, so now we have our hireling. And then you'll get this is your hireling's hotbar. I always recommend putting him to these double swords right here. Basically, he'll kind of do his own thing. He'll be more aggressive in how he plays. The AI is going to be more aggressive.
You can feel the life-saving heat.
And come over here, and our whole job is we're going to want to protect this crystal.
But from the shadows approach those who would do.
And for most of this, we can probably just kind of chill out and let our hireling do 90% of the heavy lifting here. See how he's going to run around and he's going to go auto attack everything. Looks like he might have missed one that I gotta get. There we go. Yeah, so they're not gonna get all of them. So you are gonna have to do a little bit of work. Even though we are paying them. Yep, we're just waiting. The last one. So the last one always, they all spawn in the same spot. So the last one, he can just kind of run over here. He's going to be in this corner. And we can just whack him. And then we're done. We're going ahead and come out.
Cannith crystal and saving Korthos.
We're just going to run back over here to Baldar. Turn that quest in. And you're going to want to probably pick up Spearbane. There's a reason for that. That's because we're going to be fighting a bunch of kobolds later on. And kobolds all use spears, basically. So we're going to repeat the quest. We're going to come back over here, and we're going to repeat it on hard. Go ahead and open up your inventory. Pull your barbarian back out. Same thing. Click on the little swords that are crossing each other.
You can feel the life-saving heat emanating from the magic crystal Baldar spoke of. But from
and we just kind of play the waiting game.
Would doom Korthos by destroying it.
All right, hireling, good job, good job. Nine left. We're just waiting on her. He said the hireling's going to do most of the heavy lifting here, so we don't really have to do too much. Oh, this guy spawns. This guy's always a nice spawn, actually. So if that guy spawn, the Sahuagin spawns, you know a chest has happened. We'll just come over here, we'll wait for this guy to pop in, and then we'll go get that chest. All right, guy, come on. There we go.
You have slain the
Let's go see what we got.
Thus protecting the Cannith crystal and saving Korthos.
Nothing really. Okay, so let's go ahead and go out. We'll turn it back in, and we'll run it one more time here. like I said, it doesn't really matter. After that first one, you can kind of grab whatever, because you're just going to be selling it. Oh, it would help if I don't forget to click repeat quest here. And go ahead and pull out your hireling. So this this is definitely going to be a little bit more difficult, so don't forget to put it in the crossing swords.
You can feel the life-saving heat emanating from the magic crystal Boldar spoke of. But from the shadows,
Because at this difficulty, the crystal will only take like 2 or 3 hits. So I'm just really paying attention for any shadows that I kind of see running up towards the crystal, so I can intercept them as much as possible. Like that guy, I just seen him. Ew, we're getting close. Like I said, your hireling's going to do most of it, so you don't have to do too much. Your just main goal is trying to protect this crystal as much as possible. Got lucky there. Okay. So now we have the one left. We can just come up here and... Oop. He popped out a little fast. Alright, so we got kind of lucky on that one. I really don't like them hitting the crystal that much. But we can go ahead and leave now. And go ahead and turn our quest back in. And so you can kind of pick whatever you want. All right, now that that's done, we're going to come over here. And the last quest, or I should say dungeon inside the Korthos village is going to be in the Wavecrest Tavern here. So we're going to talk to Sigmund. Go ahead and say I'm ready. And we're going to go ahead and enter. Get this one started here. Don't forget to pull out your hireling.
Your waiting bears fruit.
Come over here and talk to Jacoby.
Collaborator stepping in from the dark.
And we're just gonna kill everything as it pops up here.
Your stalwart defense gives the Sahagin pause, but
And there's a little chest that pops up back here, so make sure you grab that. So we got some scale melts, medium armor.
Chest hidden behind the
Eh,
bar.
doesn't look like it's something we're gonna switch out for, but we can go ahead and pick it up anyway. We can sell it. All right, and then once again, we got another wave here. We're going to kill everything as it pops up.
You have weathered the Southwagen storm.
And then when you get
Now,
that
after that
message, you
traitorous
can go
Jacoby
downstairs.
Drexelhand, he must have fled into the cellar. Drexelhand isn't here.
There's a secret door here we'll grab. If you can't see the secret door, don't worry about it. There's a disguise lever right here. You can click on that, and it'll open the door. Another chest. We'll go ahead and loot that. Defensive circlet of search. Sheltering is actually kind of nice, but we'll go ahead and loot everything. We'll look at that later. Oh. He's already down there. Didn't get any time to intercept him. Go ahead and kill these two. Come over here, pull this lever. All these devourer minions. There's another chest right here. So I think these are the first rest shrines we've encountered here. So if you need a rest, go ahead and rest. That's the blue one here. And this other one is a resurrection shrine. That's to resurrect anybody that's died. So if you have a hireling that's died, you can bring them over here. If you're grouped with a partner or a buddy, you can, and they die, you can bring them over here as well.
There. That weaselly Drexelhand has nowhere left
Right,
to
and
run.
then kill Jacoby here.
Drexelhand thought that siding with the Southwagen would save his life.
Take out these Sahuagin. All right, now we can go ahead and open up the chest here. Mighty Bracers of Intimidate. So those might actually be a decent... Since all of our damage is coming from strength, that could be a viable option. Let's go ahead and finish out. All right, so now we're going to come over here and talk to Sigmund. Tell him that he's dead and take our reward. So right now, we're probably just going to go with one of these long swords. Not that we're actually even really going to use it, but, you know. I think there's only one long sword here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and take that. So take whatever weapon works for you.
Safer, but only temporarily.
We'll go ahead and talk to him again.
It's
Click on
time to
repeat.
take the fight to the
I'm going to
Sahuagin
go ahead and do hard.
out in the wilds of Korthos Island.
Go ahead and open up your inventory and pull out your hireling again. We still have 48 minutes left on them, so we have plenty of time.
Your waiting bears fruit. This must be the Collaborator stepping in from the
Come over
dark.
here and talk to Kobe, or Jacoby, I think is how they pronounce his name. And then we're just kind of doing the same. We're just going to kill the waves as they come.
Your stalwart defense gives the Sahuagin pause.
Once you get that message, this chest will pop up. Make sure you come and grab the chest. Let's go ahead and loot all. We can look at everything
Notice a
afterwards.
small chest hidden behind the bar.
All right, we're just gonna come and kill everybody as they pop up again. Rinse and repeat here.
You have weathered the Southwagen storm.
All right, once we get that
Now
message, we
after
can go
that
back
traitorous
downstairs.
Jacoby Drexelhand. Drexelhand isn't here.
And then once again, if you don't see that, don't worry about it, because there's a disguise lever right here you can click on. Go ahead and grab your chest. Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch up to him. If you're lucky, you can catch up to him and trip him before he comes down here and wakes this guy up. But not a big deal. Kill those. Once again, if you need to, go ahead and use the rest shrine. And once you do that, make sure you grab your chest here, and we'll move up to the last door.
There. That Weasley Drexelhand has nowhere left to run. Finish
Right,
the job.
let's kill Drexelhand here.
The Drexelhand thought that siding with the Sarwagan was safe as well.
Looks like we got some DDO points. Nice. So as you earn favor, you'll get more and more DDO points that you can use for different things. Go ahead and loot everything, and then we will go ahead and finish. Once we get to the part of using the DDO points, I highly, highly recommend do not use them. Just kind of let them build up for a while. Okay, so we're just going to do it one more time here on the next difficulty. Just grab whatever reward you want at this point. We're going to head to repeat, and then we're going to do it on Elite here. Then go ahead and open up your inventory, pull out your hireling. Make sure you put him on the crossing swords here.
This must be the Collaborator stepping in.
Come over
from
here
the
and
dark.
talk to him. And then just kill your enemies. Show no mercy. Don't forget you do have your skills that you can use.
Your stalwart defense gives the Sahagin pause.
All right, we got
But you
that
hear
message,
more
so
of them
this chest is
gathering
going to
outside
appear
for
now.
a final
Go ahead and loot
assault.
that.
You notice a small chest hidden behind the bar.
And just kind of wait. Twiddle your thumbs if you like. Do 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 do.
You have weathered the Sahagin.
All right, now we can go downstairs.
Now, after that traitorous Jacoby Drexelhand, he must have fled. Drexelhand isn't.
See,
here.
watch. I'm not going to do that. You can come over here. You can pull this lever.
The chamber beyond the
And boom, open the door.
looks ancient, predating Korthos village.
Make sure you grab your chest. Death block braces a tumble. Nice. So at our level, we don't really have to worry too much about death block. Chase these fools down. Power through everybody here. Once again, if you need to use a rest shrine, go ahead and do so. I'm just gonna maybe drink a couple potions here.
There. That Weasley Drexelhand has nowhere left to run. Finish the job.
As you notice on Elite, you are definitely going to take some more damage.
Thought that siding with the soft wagon was safest.
Alright, so you can see we actually took a good chunk of damage there. But if we needed to, we could always use our second wind. But we didn't need to. So go ahead and finish out, and then we are complete. And then next episode, we will go over going to your vendor for the first time, and also how explorable regions work. Make sure we go ahead and turn this one in. And go ahead and hit closed. And then, like I said, you can kind of grab whatever you want. Nothing's really going to be... This quest, don't worry about. What this quest does is it kind of shows you the DDO store. It gives you the free DDO points to do the purchase. And it rewards you with what everybody calls a cake. The cake is kind of like a free resurrection. So what I recommend is don't even do this quest at the time being. We'll do it later on. Because if you do that, you may be tempted to use the cake when you really shouldn't. There are times where I do recommend it'd probably be best to use a cake, but at this start of the game, no, we definitely don't need it. So just go ahead and skip that one. It doesn't give you any experience anyway, or if it does, it's not a lot of experience. But we'll go ahead and end it there. Like I said, next episode, we'll go over the Explorer regions, and we'll do the first quest there. We'll go over going to the vendor for the first time. And then we do have some enhancement points here we'll go over using. But I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I do appreciate everybody's support and the views and everything else. Well, I hope to see you all again soon, and you guys have a great one. Take care. Bye.